you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. 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 You cashed in on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now I've learned to never help you out. 'Cause I'm done cleaning up your mess. Found myself in my regrets. I've become a little stronger now. A little stronger now. Casting on my promises. You know I'm too generous. Now to never help you out.
Yo, baby, welcome back to Wall Street Sessions. It's gonna be a spicy one today, Chad. I hope you guys are ready for it. Chris, how you feeling, bro?
Is it me?
No, that was me. That was me.
you?
That was me.
No, I'm feeling decent. I think let's get into the session.
Hey, so yeah, guys, I hope you guys ready for this one. Markets coming out live. I think Chris also talking about earlier what he'd like to see. Meaning kind of locked in for the same idea, so we're gonna see there. If you guys weren't here yesterday, if we learned anything, it is to trust the T2 firecracker, big satchel, whatever you want to call it. It just proved itself once again. So what Chris and myself have agreed on, there is a move we'd like to see today, but I think similar to yesterday, we won't fight the direction, but we might still decide on a better entry. So we're going to see how that plays out today, if this time we learned our lesson a bit. But before we get into any of that good stuff, guys, there is some news coming out. It's going to be a good one. But my brother, you're going to open us up with some prayer.
I will, Chad. Just check the pinned link. Trip is confirmed. We're going to just confirm the venue, but accommodation booked. I told Kicks, otherwise we're going to sleep on it. So we literally, while we were sitting here, we booked the flights, we booked the accommodation, and I said, dude, otherwise we're always it's going to be end of next month. So it's booked. We will be in Cape Town at the end of the month, the weekend of the 27th. So please check it out. Already a lot of you have RSVP'd, so we want to see all of you guys. Really looking forward to meeting each and every one of you, the YouTube fam that's been with us this entire journey so far. So it's going to be awesome rubbing shoulders with you guys. But before we start, as every session, we're going to pray here, Chad, and we need this prayer. And this morning, actually, when I was driving to work, I was thinking that in my prayer as well, I want to pray for people's businesses, for your job where you're working, for your business as well. So that's going to be started. I'm going to start incorporating that into the afternoon prayer. And we can just pray now. Father, we just want to thank you for another session. Thank you for each and every one here. I pray that you will lead Keegan into all truth, all guidance as we go into the session. We just want to thank you for bringing us all back safely here this afternoon. And I want to specifically pray for each and everyone where they are at, Father, for their families, for their friends, for their businesses, for the companies they work for, Father, and also for the individuals. Lord, I just pray your hand of blessing over them, your guidance, your protection. And we just want to thank you for all of your grace and your mercy every single day, Father. You know our prayers before we even ask it, but we still ask it anyway. And we want to just thank you and bring you honor and glory to your name in this session. And we pray this and we ask this in the mighty and wonderful name of Jesus. Amen, if you believe it.
Amen. Yeah, no, guys, just getting back to that quickly before we get into the good stuff. yeah, it's going to be awesome to see a lot of the community there. And then Jared, to answer your question, it's not for Project G, guys. It is for the 2Gs family. So anyone, if you're a part of the family, if you're part of Peach Nation, if you're part of the chat, you can come join us, bro. So it is, yeah, it's open to absolutely everyone. So we'd love to see you guys all there. But yeah, I think before we do anything else, let's get into it, guys. Let's start off with the fundamentals. Got a little bit of a big one here today. I remember someone did bring it up actually in the London session, that there is a very good chance Jolt's job opening can be a big event today if it comes out right, purely because obviously we really are starting to focus on that employment. So this really can actually be a big number for us here today. So going to keep an eye on this. I said to Chris as well, we're going to use, obviously, thanks to News Squawk, getting that quick news release. Very similar to what I did yesterday, guys. I'm going to be very active to it. So because this is one event, it comes out by itself. If we get a clear direction, as long as it's not something that's like a forecast, if it is either just a higher, a lower, I'm going to react. I'm probably going to be trading US30 with it, but I'm going to react very similar, very quickly as I did yesterday. So keep a head out for if I do that one later today. But pretty much all we're going to watch out for today. So let's get over to the good stuff now. Wow. So what are we looking at here, guys? We are going to be seeing this come out here. So DXY, I'm still, as I said, guys, I like the bullish move, purely because of this 101.550. We still haven't got there. So for me, I always say this, I want to go back. Now my thing is, I am to a point, I want to say, being turned a little bit. Reason being, what Fobs mentioned there, like you guys saw, that number is predicting a lower number. Now obviously if we do get that lower number, not as much as we want to see for the dollar. So going over here to the 15, you will see we traded up. We mentioned about this morning, that we could get dollar trading back up, holding this little support. Reason being, Asia highs untested, we got a gap to fill, and the daily pivot EQ over there. So this just became like a bright glowing target for us here, guys. And dollar went for it. But now that all that's been ticked, you've ticked the EQ, you've ticked the daily, you've taken the high of the day, you've closed the gap, you've done everything. And if that number comes out weaker for the dollar, we really can see the dollar start turning today. So will be a bit of an interesting one. Oh, Justin C again for the herbs and spices. Hey, appreciate you, brother. But yeah, it's gonna be a good one. So we're really gonna be reactive. Yeah, as much as I am bullish, if that news comes out on the weaker side, I think that's really gonna basically straight direction the dollar today. So very simple, we get bullish dollar today on the news, we're going to see dollar climb. Bearish dollar, I think we're going to see the dollar fall. So going over to the indices, what are we looking at here? Now thing is, guys, I am still bearish here, but there is two things to take note of. Again, coming to that news, now you are trading, for example, at this key area. We are also at the monthly pivot, so this is quite a big area for us to be trading at right now. We also are at a previous daily low. So I am leaning more to the bearish side. And this is where it's going to get interesting. For guys that aren't looking at the fundamentals, NASDAQ, I'm going to say bearish. I'm going to stick to bearish. Purely because of what we've seen with NVIDIA. I think NVIDIA is giving us, and not saying that it's not there, guys. You have to just understand it's been bullish for a very long term. It is healthy just to have a pullback. This thing can have a pullback and it's still in a better position of where it started, if you get what I'm saying. So this, for me, I think NASDAQ is still going to have a bearish move. So we just want to keep an eye out on that. I definitely think Asia lows, obviously there, weekly S2 still on the cards. So when we look here, Asia lows falling a little bit short every time. But again, holding under this previous daily low, and I think for me that's a big thing. So if we continue to reject here, I think NASDAQ's going down. Otherwise, it can have the chance to break back up. If it gets back above the monthly pivot, I think the buys are on for Asia high and possibly even further back. As we know, the daily pivot and the EQ is very, very high up over there. So for me, only time I'm going to even consider the buys on NASDAQ is above this monthly pivot. Now going over to US30 again being an interesting one for me. We are trading very, very much bearish, guys. And I'm going to kind of stick to the bearish move. I would like the buys, but I need to see something happen very similar to what Nasdaq's doing. So we did trade down, and now you guys can see, obviously we broke this level. There is a little bit of a gap, so we know there is that gap there, but now we traded down, we've held this level, and we traded back up. So we are back at this level of resistance now. So right now this is being tested for us. So again, same as Nasdaq, but you can see USD already doing the opposite, is the fact that we traded down, but we've got above the previous weekly low. Nasdaq being a previous daily low, we got above a previous weekly low, and we are being able to hold it quite comfortably over here. So if we can hold around this and build up that accumulation, we can distribute away, giving us that chance of the volume coming in to break away from this area, taking Asia highs, and go in the same way back up to the EQ daily pivot all the way up here. Again, not saying we're going to be flipping completely bullish, but it is allowing us to get that run back to the top side. So again, what I'm going to be looking at, guys, very, very simply, again, I think the news is going to be a big part in this. I do think US 30 can have the buy here, a lot better buy than what Nasdaq's going to have. But again, we are obviously overall bearish. So we're just going to have to see what happens there. Then with gold, gold is actually the more interesting one as well now, purely because we've had the sell-off. So this New York session, I think, is going to be the tricky one here. We closed off this 2500 yesterday, testing it with a bearish closure again. We tried trading bullish this morning, failed, and then had the massive rip. We spoke about this trading to take out that daily low. Now, if we were going to continue, remember, we spoke about taking that daily low and seeing that push of volume, where we got the opposite. We traded, took the low, almost immediately rejected, came back later, take it a little bit more, and then a massive rejection. So again, we always talk about, if you are taking the low of the previous day and then not having that burst, good chance you're going to turn around. Now when we look, we've traded all the way back up. We've got back to this previous lows over here, holding a support. We've got the weekliest one here. We've got the daily pivot EQ. So this has been a retest again. So probability always tells us we aren't going to see that continuation or reversal. We'd rather see the break, find support, break again, find support with a continuation off of it. Again, that shows us Asia highs untested. So we can go back up for those Asia highs. And again, that 2500, because once we broke away here on the 4 hour, you guys are going to see we had the breakaway from 2500. We never came back for the retest. So 2500 hasn't been retested since the initial breakaway. And again, round numbers, psychological numbers, we know how gold likes that. So for me, gold, again, almost lining up with US 30, can definitely have the buys on the cards today. So we're going to look out for it. Again, I don't necessarily like the sells because we already had the massive sell-off this morning. So for me, the buys, I think, are on the cards. Same with US 30. But again, I think this is really going to be a day we're just going to react to that news coming out. But that is everything from my side, guys. Over to you, Chris.
All right, Chad, let's have a look here. Just want to go through what we've got on this afternoon. Quick one, jolts. So the high is 8,980. The low is 7,800. So 7.8 million. So here's the thing. The high is very, very high away from the expectation. So it's going to be difficult to have a surprise. But if we get anything above 8.98 million, that's going to be a surprise to the upside. Anything lower than what's expected is going to be, or very close to 7.8, that's going to be a surprise to the downside. So we're going to need to watch jolts here this afternoon.
So bro, so just already you looking at those numbers, what are you more preferably looking for today? What would you like to see?
Yes, dude, I don't actually want to see anything yet today. I don't think anything today is going to really last into Friday. I think anything that we get today is going to be cues for Friday. But other than that, for me, Chad, it's all about setting up for Friday. And even if you look at Fed futures, again, what I told you guys, I've got this weird feeling they're going to park it very close to 50-50 again going into Friday, purely for the fact that guys want to position themselves. They don't want to lay their bets before Friday's NFP. I'm actually thinking this is still going to change. This is going to get closer in the 50s. You're going to see Fed futures on Friday, and that's why Friday is going to be a big one, because nobody is really positioning themselves for what's going to happen. All right, so going straight into that, DXY now rejecting Asia highs, rejecting that previous or the daily pivot. Previous weekly high being rejected massively here, now trading below Asia low. So very, very interesting for me. Very messy price action, not too much to look in there too. As mentioned, US 30 taking previous daily low, barely nipped it. Asia lows held. Now going for Asia highs. Asia highs all the way up here. Previous weekly low also holding. I want to see this 200 chat. This one, wait, yeah. This 200 for me is the big one. If we can get through that and then through Asia highs, we are going to see a massive, massive push to yesterday's EQ. Or was it today's EQ? Oh, damn, that's today's EQ.
Today's.
Chad, we've got a lot of room to the upside. So I'm liking the idea of the buys. I know it feels pretty retail to say, oh, we're down, we want to buy. But I want to buy. NASDAQ, previous daily low. I told you guys, please just monitor that there. Very simple. If we can't trade above the previous daily low, this thing's going much lower. And then also we've got the monthly pivot. Very simple. 2 big levels to get through. I do believe if we can get through them, we're going higher. Otherwise, very simply put, weekly S2, Chad. Things are going to get spicy below there. Gold for me, very simple as well. Interesting fact. Remember what I told you guys with that 4-hour range. I just want to show you guys this quickly. That 4-hour range we spoke about here. Look what gold did. Gold closed below that range, took out that wick low, bounced off this previous demand area where we found support, and now closing back inside of this range. So that is very, very interesting for me. Is this just a fake out back into the range, or are we actually going all the way back in the range? So I wouldn't be surprised if we go back in the range, Chad. And again, Project G members, on Sunday we spoke about it. Remember what I told you guys for the start of the week. I'm going to determine what I'm going to do on Friday. So things are starting to look somewhat suspect here. Again, Chad, we also spoke about it. At what stage are we going to come back to the Asia lows? I told you guys we are going to come back here during NYSE, and we're going to get those sells again when Keeks got stopped out there at break even. And we are back up here again. So very, very messy around this region. But for me, it's very simple. The first one we need to get through is this 200. We need to get above the weekly S1, and then we need to get above 24.90. But other than that, gold is looking relatively tricky here today. Not the cleanest price action I've seen. But if we get back in the Asia range, very easy target is Asia highs. But I almost want to say I'm more leaning towards US 30. US 30 looking a lot cleaner for me. But over to you, Keeks.
Yeah.
Can I put that aircon on a bit?
You can, brother. Yeah, guys, so gonna be a good one. Yeah, it's Fob's there, it is correct. Cracker is looking for buys, so it's looking for buys. So I think Chris and myself know very clear what we're gonna want here now. Gonna be interesting. Yeah, guys. I think I don't want to be that person, but I think if we get the buy here today on the cracker, I was gonna say I might swing it, guys. I might, if we get it, the buy, and we get it where Chris and myself would want it. And for example, like normal TP, I'm gonna go break even, and I'm gonna swing it for the EQ. So even let's even just have a look here, guys. Let's have a look here. If I don't even go for the EQ, for example, we saw this last time, even the daily pivot. Now I'm just gonna say this because, like, let's say we are, yeah, we know market ranges. Let's even say we get it just a little bit out of the zone, for example. Let's just say this here, guys. There's our 60. I mean, there's our normal 1-to-1. That's the trade. But let's just say we run it even to the weekly S1, 2.5. I'd say, yeah, that daily pivot, we push it for like a nice 3R. I think that's a banger trade. EQ becomes very nice because you're going to test this range we were in here on the left. So this does become nice, but then again, you come to the 200. There's a lot of variables that start going into the trade. But I think this can be a proper one if we get it right. And again, when you get the news, that news comes out, if the news comes out in our favor, like this thing's just going off. This is going to be a little rocket man today. No pineapples made up the what? No pineapples. Mine's out the gutter, guys. Oh yeah. So we're gonna see what happens there. We got 6 minutes left. Hope you guys are ready for it. But guys, I must say, I think Chris and myself, that everything's officially locked in. I think we stoked, guys. We are really excited. I mean, especially, I don't want to take away from the rest of the community. But even the analytics show it, our biggest part of the community is in Cape Town. That's why we come to Cape Town first. We probably will be in Cape Town a lot more often. But the majority of even the wrenches are in Cape Town. So it's going to be really cool to meet everyone. Guys, but I'm just saying, you know what's going to make my day? And I know this might sound bad. But to see Chris's face if one of you guys are a midget.
Ha!
We always know how Chris loves his midgets. So if one of you guys are like... when are we going to have a meet in Port Elizabeth? Alan, it's either going to be next. So Chris and myself said there's going to be 3 events before the end of the year. So Cape Town, Joburg, PE. So either PE is going to be next or Joburg, but yeah, PE. So PE will literally probably be in the next month or the month after. We'll obviously just look at some of the stats and see how things are going.
Dude, looking at Jolts, here's my thing though. The expectation is relatively low from the high and the low. So they are almost setting up the market to bounce from it. I don't know how to explain it, but to really surprise to the upside, you're gonna need to see something above 9 million. And the low is 7.8, so the expectation is closer to the low. So it's almost like a bad number is not going to really surprise the guys. It's almost like they're expecting a worse number. It's almost a case of wanting to prop the market. I don't know, Chad, I don't know how to explain it, but we've said it in the past, the data numbers where the expectation is relatively low. So they set the bar pretty low, so it's easy to surprise to the upside.
This thing's taking off, bro. Oof. When is the UK tour? Started 2G's UK hub. Bro, I definitely would be on the cards because Chris and myself did definitely say we're going to do some international trips. And the UK is definitely on the table because we want to go to Silverstone for the F1. So that the UK one, it's on the cards. You don't have to really push Chris and myself too hard for that one.
Henry Hamilton fanboys.
Yeah.
Liesel's name, Uncle Ted Rajabanks. Chad, yeah, did a video. That's a video we shot yesterday. You guys can check it out. I dropped it there. It's also on our channel. Is it in the Discord?
Silverstones is in Limpopo.
Silverstones.
Book accommodation 2 years in advance. Thing is, I've got a lot of actually family and friends in the UK, so if we really had to battle, like we're okay with that.
Okay, US 30. Dude, this thing is way too powerful. This aircon chat, it's like 2 minutes and then it's we're freezing.
You're ready to come to Cali, bro? Cali's 100%. We definitely said the America, the place of opportunities.
Opportunities, Chad. If your husband is a UFC fighter from South Africa, when they interview you, you talk like this. It's just amazing the opportunities we're getting with the Dracus fighting around. Access, yes. Meneer Diddy, come on. Meneer Hypertron, yes.
We got 2 minutes till the market open, guys.
Hey, Giddy, no, it's going cuck, my bro. 6.5% down. I told Keeks this morning after the stream, I said if we have to talk about bad trade management, bad discretionary decisions being made the last 2 months, I made all of them. So, no, it's looking cuck, dude. Down 6.4%. Yeah. Still a chip and a chair there, so it's going to be a grind. Things started looking up. Yesterday, there's 2 TPs that didn't hit. Yeah, unfortunate, but that's trading.
Yeah.
There's going to be months where you're going to absolutely crush it, and there's going to be months where you're going to just pull your hair. So,
Snoop Dogg, my cousin, pull up. I'll take you to his comp. Hey, Ghana is in PE. Oi, yellow Chad. We're going to be pulling one of those videos where we're going to go viral for how great we are at Geo.
alrighty.
Okay, 40 seconds, guys. 40 seconds. Hope you guys are ready for this. This is going to be, it's going to be quick. It's going to be fast.
It's going to be spicy.
It's going to be furious. It might be uncomfortable, but you got to get used to being uncomfortable. 80. There's it didn't happen. There's a picture of you carried. Just made in time. All right, guys. So we are ready to start this thing off. It is round 6. Yeah, round 6. Markets open, Chad. Ding, 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 ding. Fight.
Keeks, so we're agreeing we're not taking it yet.
If it breaks, bro,
Yeah.
I'm not taking it.
Okay. No, I'm happy.
I wanna break back first.
Yeah. Will we take the first break back, or will you wait for the deeper break? Will you wait for, let's call it the dotted break?
You're asking the hard questions now, bro.
Are we going to take the first break or the dotted break?
Which one do you think we need? We get an unmove my thingy.
Because we technically should exit. Wait. So you're taking us first break?
I'm not.
Or you're not taking it?
No. I'm waiting for what we spoke about.
Okay. So we're waiting for the neutral break.
I'm waiting for the neutral break.
Okay. All right.
Maybe we miss it. Maybe we don't.
Okay. All right.
Are you going for a sell gin? Bars. We are looking for bars, guys. The Firecracker says it wants to buy today.
Chad, just to be clear here, the Firecracker we should have been in already.
Yeah, we should have been in already.
I'm just gonna put it on my screen just for us to see it do something here.
Bro, if this thing does it again, where it's like, oh no, you guys should have been in.
I hope not. I hope for that lower break, but I just want to put it there for reference.
Come on. Bro. I promise you, if this thing does this to me again today.
No, that's why I'm saying we've made some bad discretionary decisions. Yeah, discretionary.
I also want to put it on just on my screen. I can just see, because if this thing hits TV, bro, I'm gonna be bleak.
There you go.
Bro.
Wait.
Bro.
Out. Fuck.
That's TP. Oh my word, bro.
Anyways, Chad. Anyways, yeah.
Bro, why are we not listening to the cracker?
I don't know, bro. We don't want to make money. I think once we've set our minds,
bro. If this thing runs again like it did yesterday.
I can't believe it.
Chad.
There's that move. But anyways, let's see. Maybe we still get it.
No, but you know, this is my thing. This is karma. I can guarantee you tomorrow we're going to come back and be like, No doubted. We're doing the
No, no, no. That,
And
I
you're gonna get
rebuke that
you're
commentator's curse. I rebuke it. Jeez, I rebuke that comment.
Oh, bro, how you feel about we take it over there now?
Human trading bot, I have an issue. Just stop. If you've taken one loss, it's just stop, chill, take it easy. Don't try and go back. Take a step back. But Chad, yeah, we would have been done again. The session would have been done. But I think we'll take.
Because literally, Chad, I'm not gonna lie to you. So that close, that's where we would have entered. Bang. You guys know 60 pip stop. Those that have been here before. 1 to 1.
My question I ask, Kicks, will you still take the break back now? Because my thing is that 200. The level that we wanted to wait for is below that 200, and that's my only concern. Then that becomes a resistance again for us. You hear what I'm saying? So that's why I didn't actually want it to go that deep. That first break of the cracker for me was enough.
I'm gonna wait, bro. You know what?
No, I'm gonna wait.
I'm gonna wait. We missed it, so I'm giving it the test I want.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I'm reacting from the news. I think the news still gonna give us a good trade.
Only trouble now is I don't think we're gonna come back there because Asia highs now break above. If we hold Asia highs, we're gone.
Don't talk that negativity, bro.
We gone. We said there's a lot of upside.
We still like, bro. At this point, technically, we also would have been break even because I said I was gonna hold, so we would have been break even and holding. Why do we do this, bro?
No, I think we need to sit at the end of this week. I will be laying on my back with hopefully non-swollen sack, back and sack. But anyway, no, dude, I think the cracker is clear. Yesterday the cracker gave us the sell.
Range. Wait, Peter, what range are you talking about?
I only look for one trade per day, only take high probability setups. Last month I only took 6 trades. That's the right way. That's the right way. Quality over quantity, always.
And there goes gold. Oh my word. After it broke above Asia highs. Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna have to wait for news now, bro.
2G's family is VNA waterfront area, an easy area to get to for the Cape Town meet. Logistically transport access to accommodate as many people able to attend and those coming from far and wide. Bro.
I would have been session done yesterday as well, Chad. We wanted to go the hard route. We wanted to go off-road. We wanted to make it a little bit tough. Cracker said sell. We said, it's low of the day, low of the week. Today, Cracker said buy.
Sorry.
No, it's final now. So here's what I've learned. I've learned that if price gets close to your TP, unless it punches it, you close it. So that's the first thing. The second thing, you don't doubt the direction of the cracker. All right. I agree with the extreme we talk about, Keeks. The extreme cracker we don't take. In this case, it was not the extreme. It was actually the opposite. So.
Right. Why do we do this?
Look at it run. Just look at it run.
I don't want to
sit here and look at it.
Bro. Chad.
Already at euros. My goodness. We are heroes.
I don't even know, bro. I'm not now, bro. No, I'm not.
One of the drawbacks of trading live, you get trolled for some of the decisions you make.
Hey,
always.
Nasdaq's coming back. Maybe there's hope. maybe USD is still coming back. Maybe we take gold.
Did we go back yesterday to the... I just want to check.
King
we
folded
did.
twice today. King, bro, don't remind me, yeah. That's, guys, that is 2 trades. Massive trades I left on the table here today. Gold, we missed. I don't even want to talk about this actually, but gold, we missed how much? Like this is stupid. It was yeah somewhere. Yeah, it was just retest, yeah, I think. Yeah, because we were talking about the break. There was the pull, but yeah. So we closed break even, yeah. It's this week, yeah, that week got me. We closed break even, yeah, Chad, and we lost till 2077. You guys all remember we said 77. There was the trade there this morning. And then we did it again on US30. Oh my word.
Would you take the trade that we were supposed to take if it comes back there again?
Don't give up yet, guys. There's still hope for you guys to be professional traders.
Oh, thanks, brother. Really appreciate it.
I don't know if he's like trying to, like, I don't know. But thanks, bro. Thank you. Great USD trade that, gents. I just hit TP.
Okay, but Keeks, let's lock in our...
Bro, and we said weekly S1. How was that? I literally said, guys, weekly S1 daily pivot.
How do we take it now?
Bro.
I think we actually have to wait now for the neutral, eh?
Yeah, there's no votes taken now. A man could cry, bro. I'm holding his tears back. W trade idea. Appreciate it, bro. I took the gold retrace. Ooh, that's a nice one.
I might take a short here on yesterday. What time is that news? 21 minutes. Dude, I might, but it's just going to be 30, a quick 30. Yeah, Chad, get ready. Might take a little bit of a pullback here if we reject that monthly S1 and that weekly S1. So I'm just going to check if we can actually get a rejection. If not, no bueno for me. But if we can reject that level, I might take a quick squeeze short. Just going to retest Asia's. So I will let you guys know.
TP hit, thanks to
No. Okay, that's holding against it. If I maybe get a 1 minute break of structure here, might take it back a little bit, Chad. So the T2 would have been 2 for 2 for the week. And we would have had a scaling yesterday.
I don't know what, bro. All of this came because we doubted ourselves after last week. Because last week, the 1 week, we got hammered a bit.
How many times did we lose
We
last
lost
week?
3 times last week.
And we won twice.
Twice.
But it's, bro,
3 losses. I actually think it could have been 4.
do you think...
But last week, like, we did damage. We got hurt. And then we darted it. And this week, it is just delivered. Keegs, are you in tonight's session?
no, we're doing it tomorrow
We have a
night.
session tomorrow night, but I am there for that session, bro. Alright, well now we need to just try to figure this one out, guys. So where can we either get in on this? If we can. Otherwise, I'm focusing on gold.
I'm still potentially looking for that short there.
On what?
US 30. I just need to see actual rejection against that monthly S1. Chad, just to give you an idea what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at this level. The idea with this is we broke above Asia highs. Look at where that 200 is. We are quite extended away from it. So if I don't get it, currently it does not look like I'm getting it because our advantage point is basically in here. That is our little advantage point there. So if we just punch down our no trade for me, still going to look for the bars potentially. But if we can get another push up here, a nice little rejection, maybe something like this, I will consider a little pullback play. Otherwise, it's going to be very tough to get anything here today. So, okay, the sell play is wait, yeah, no, it's off the cards. And then the other idea that myself and Keegs we're looking at is to see what we do once this 200 after news, something like this. Let's say that 200 comes up. We're going to look for something off this 200. That's that neutral point we were actually waiting for, Chad. We wanted this to break into that neutral point because that 200 is a dynamic support and resistance. Very simple. I know a lot of you don't like the 200, but the 200 is something that you can use. Use it, don't use it. But yeah, that's the idea. The 200 is more or less the neutral point that we want to come back to. Okay. So we might even still get it. The short idea for me is just off the table now because yeah, the advantage point is crushed. Keys, I think now we have to make the corporate decision to wait for what we initially wanted to wait for.
Yeah, that's what I'm waiting for, bro.
Okay.
I don't like so. So I'm gonna be waiting for that.
Chris, great call. Yeah, Michael, I just didn't get my my entry criteria. So for me, chat, sorry man, this people ask me, and a lot of people will say this is a rejection. That's not a rejection for me. A rejection is an actual candle closing below a level. Because what this shows me is that we closed above, we closed below, but we haven't tested and wicked that level. So I need a physical rejection. So this year, that is an actual rejection off a level because it's closing below that level. But this year is not necessarily a rejection for me. And you can say, Chris, it's a rejection, this or that. For me, it's not. I've seen it many a time where if it holds a certain level, like SA 40 this morning, where was it? Yeah, that for me was a nice rejection. Trade while Ed was here this morning. That's a hold of a level. There's rejections off the level. It's holding above that level, and that's a trade you can take. So, yeah, sometimes you got to be nitpicky with the trades you take, and if you miss it, you miss it. That's part of it. If you miss it, you miss it, and you keep it moving.
Let's see.
Caught the buy and the sell. Hey man.
I'm gonna still wait for our thing, bro. I still think that's gonna be the play for us. If we get it, you still gonna do the same thing as well, or you gonna look for something different? Order flow wise, USD needs to create new lower low today.
Order flow wise, new low. Dude, I'm not going to say that's not possible. I actually like the theory, and I'm going to tell you why. The only thing I'm concerned about this morning, and myself and Keegs with the morning, was we wanted this level here to be taken because it's a previous daily low. Look how equal it is. It's it feels like a level that they can target. So I'm not going to say that's out of the question. I feel like some early buyers might get clapped here if they take it back that far. Nasdaq as well, but here's my thing: if a previous daily low holds, very very likely we're gonna go to the opposite end of the range. So unless US 30 starts trading below there, I don't think we're gonna go bearish today. I honestly don't think we're gonna go bearish. It's Wednesday. You're gonna start seeing some reversal flow, and even if they just bring the weekly candle a little bit more neutral before Friday.
Gold looking too good. Check gold. What's gold doing? As I say, guys, I personally don't like the sell of it again. I feel we've had that sell off already. I mean, yeah. So this can be the pullback, and this can be it again, 100%. But I don't know. I'm that guy. I don't like catching the same move twice, if that makes sense. I mean, we always say it's rare lightning strikes twice. So yeah, as I say, I'm rather gonna focus on that US 30 because that's a trade I never got yet. So still a very good chance we can catch that.
Yeah, Chad, I think we're going to need to wait for the news here. It's now, the move happened. We missed it. That's fine. And now we're going to see where we go. Bugatti seems to have overdosed on pizza. Yeah. I think the man took some crusty pizza. Chris, if that funded challenge was your first one, would you have traded it the way you are trading this one? Chris, if that funded challenge was your first one, are you talking like my very, very first funded challenge?
I think that's what he's saying, yeah.
No, dude, I honestly don't think I would have traded that way. I think purely even the case that it's public in the group there makes you think a little bit twice about actually taking a trade. So no, I'll be honest with you. I think here's the thing, if you trade behind closed doors and nobody's looking at your trades or nobody's basically, I don't want to say critique your trades, but if it's only you yourself, then I think there would have been maybe instances where I would have not been as disciplined. That's one of the big reasons we started streaming, is to have that accountability to say that, dude, every decision you make, there's almost 300 people watching you. So you have to be focused. You have to be on point. Every decision you make needs to be logical. You need to explain why you made that decision. You can't just say, oh, I had a feeling like Bugatti and I had a lot of pizza, I'm going long here. And there's nothing wrong with taking a loss. If you make a decision and it's based on your trading plan, it's based on your probabilities of trading, that's perfectly fine. But if you take a loss and you do something that's out of your plan, that's when you need to ask yourself a tough question like, what is your plan actually? So, no, I think your first one's always going to be a little bit nervy.
Trust yourself next time, Keeks. I wouldn't say I don't trust myself. I think even with us guys, it gets in, as I said, like we started questioning the T2 and trying to fix it and do all these other things technically because we had one bad week. After how many weeks, after how many phases and accounts it's done and all this stuff, one bad week and everyone putting the pressure on you of loss after loss after loss, it gets to you. So I think, yeah, it was just a thing of us being human, and we've seen this week it's just gone back to back to back. So yeah, we just trust it and we come back tomorrow.
muted today. Like you guys said, it's supposed to, Peter, 100%, it's supposed to be, but also, Peter, the thing is, as much as something's mechanical, there's sometimes just a little bit of intuition that blocks you to say, I've seen this do something else, even though the mechanical strat is telling you, and then that is what keeps you out sometimes. So, but I agree with you, if a strat is mechanical, you gotta follow it mechanically. Otherwise, you're going to start basically your stats and the probability and all of that is going to become flawed. Because then it's not mechanical, it's not a mechanical strat anymore, it's a discretionary strat. Oh, sorry.
As I say, guys, it just shows you, like, as much as we've been doing this, we're still human. Because honestly, if I think back to it, I don't know about you, Chris, but I don't think, honestly, is there any other reason why we all of a sudden started questioning the T2?
I think it's NFP week, dude. I think with the way that data moved the last one, I think everyone's a little bit jittery.
Yeah.
I think everyone is just the way that the week, like that 1 week with CPI when we were expecting gold to push bullish, and it was one of the most muted CPIs we've had. It's a question of flip. Maybe the markets aren't really prepared for what the Fed is going to do, or they're trying to overprice what the Fed is going to do, and maybe the Fed is not going to do as much as they think they're going to do. So I think the markets, everyone on their toes.
Chris, I really need advice. I keep changing chart candle colors every second week. I can't find satisfaction with the colors. Can you advise, please?
Victor, dude, I told you, there was a time when I traded with just black candles. There was just blue candles. There was a time where I was just trading like line charts. For me, it's purely to do with like what's visually appealing to you and what's easy on your eyes. I have to be honest, the black background is pretty tough on your eyes. Even the white, it's very bright. The only reason I go for this light gray, it's a little bit easier on your eyes. So, dude, it's personal preference. I've seen guys with some very clean charts, some beautiful, beautiful charts, the way they mark out their charts. And then I sometimes feel like, damn, how do you get to that level of chart hygiene? Some hygienic charts. And then we get some of our charts here that look pretty messy. But yeah, there's a few levels to comprehend with.
Who is this now? Donvo, Uncle Ted, Roger.
That's Liesel. I'll say at least today it's proof that you don't let FOMO get you and take. No, Peter, it's the long game here. I think myself and Keegan have had enough haircuts. Definitely this week started tricky. Perfect week to nuke Butterfingers. Hey.
Alright. We've got basically 3 minutes till this news comes out. Let's see if we can get something.
Hey, no, Bugatti, it's chill, my brother. We know you've been around, so we don't get offended that easily. Keegan just said he'll only get offended if you talk about his hairline, but his trading, no, he won't get offended. Alrighty, Keeks, 4 minutes. Yes, dude, it even makes it tricky now to react to the news. The way it's if we reject that weekly and monthly as one, would you consider shorts, or are you purely looking bullish? Because just take the context of where we are
To be
and where
fair,
we want to be.
I say at this point I'm gonna react to the news. So if that news gives me a reason to sell, I'll sell.
Okay, let me be quick and then.
It's not Keys you should be concerned about his hairline, Chris. Hey. Into a few changes. First thing happens Friday. Oh. Yeah. 2 minutes, guys. As I said, we're going to be locked in for that Jolt job opening. See what happens there. Nothing. I trust your geeks. Appreciate it. This news is a big one. Yeah, guys. Please note, when I'm saying it's big, I don't necessarily mean flip we enter in here and it's like a bloody NFP CPI event. No. It's just more because we know the Fed is focusing more on employment. So your job openings obviously lines up with that. That's purely why we think this one can just give us a nice move. And again, not a once-off move, just a nice, like yesterday, it gave US City that nudge to do this. You know what I'm saying? So you could take that nudge and do that. So it's the same thing. If we can get a good number, yeah, that can be that nudge to push us. No, Stacks. Yeah, I'm not saying you meant differently, bro. I'm just saying to other people in case they weren't sure what we're talking about. If they think we full margin in here for news. You have some 2Gs in chat. What's up, Keenan? 30 seconds. Chris, you got that new squawk ready, bro.
New squawk.
You're going to be quick on it there, telling us dollar bullish, dollar strength, or dollar weakness.
I'm thinking of setting up the dollar for failure, so I think it's going to be dollar weakness.
You give us that signal, bro. 2, 1.
Alright, let's just refresh.
Ooh, looks like dollar strength, bro.
Okay, still waiting.
So this is taking long.
Still waiting.
Oh, bro, I think we might have missed this move already. This is...
Still waiting.
Yo, bro.
7.6, big miss. Big miss there. It came out. Durable goods, 0.2 previous. So, durable factory. Well, they're punting a lot of other stuff. It's a big miss. It's a surprise to the downside. It's going to be bearish.
Dollar.
It's going to be bearish for the dollar, but it's also going to be bearish for
indices
as well. But let's see here, Chad.
Yeah. So indices might give us that sell-off now, guys.
So that's below the low, Keeks. That's below. So it's a surprise low, Chad. So it's not mixed data. It's a surprise low. The surprise number was 7.8.
I'm going to take a shot, guys.
What are you doing?
Sells USD.
Okay. Look, I rejected it weekly. I'm going to take the safe one on the neutral. By that time, you'll be out already, but I'm going to take the neutral trade. Yeah, 80 points lower.
Yeah, as I said, guys, that news was very, very slow. Yeah, that was stupid, bro. That came out at the same time Forex Factory got it. That was very, very slow, guys. Cause yeah, this thing halted for a bit. This is where if we took that, we would have been done. Yeah, no, I think we're gonna get a haircut, yeah. That was yeah, no, there we are. We screwed on that one. That's in and out, guys. Yes, bro. Look at gold.
That's a big miss. That's a Chad. That's a surprise low, eh? Just to show you guys quickly what the surprise low is. So that was the low. That was the high. So the expected was 8.1. So if it breaks the low, it's a surprise lower. So these are the lowest what any economist or anyone that's basically doing their forecast. And we came out much lower than that. So it's a big surprise to the downside. The only reason I think that US30 could be trading higher is it's a case of bad news is good news, because bad news is going to drop the dollar and weaker dollar is going to be supportive of US30. You get instances of that. Not fully convinced on the buyers. That's why I told Keeks if we maybe get a rejection here on news to potentially look at the shorts, but Asia is holding firm here, so that's the only upside now currently for it. But yeah, still early in the session. I'm actually going to wait for this 200 chat. That 200, if we can start breaking below that, I'll be looking for potential shorts. But other than that, there's no trade for me in this range here. And then gold as well, very messy here. To be exact, I'm going to be looking for shorts 48.78, 40. Basically this black line.
So you're still gonna look for the shorts?
Yeah, I think, dude, that's bad for it's bad for the dollar, but it's also overall it's gonna sour sentiment, because it's showing that remember how we reacted with that bad NFP number. So this is showing less openings, chat, so it's not showing as much activity.
Chad, I'm gonna take a second, but it's like this is literally small. We want to see what it's gonna do here. I was looking at that number again. Yeah, I still like it. It is, yeah. I don't want to have these things flipping layered in here. So it's the same thing, guys. But yeah, that is what we're gonna look at. Very small loss in this one, so not a high risk.
Is that your zone there? That block? What zone is that?
What zone is this now?
That block there above, that grey block.
It's the 4 hour.
Oh, is it the 4 hour zone? Okay.
Yeah.
I honestly feel the safer trade here is back below the Asia highs. That's what I'm waiting for, because if we can go back into the Asia range, then we've got those equal lows at Asia lows. So that for me, Chad, is the safer one. Keegan can actually go break even at that stage once we get into the Asia range. So I'm just going to play it a little bit safer here. But for me, the data is looking, it's setting up for poor NFP. Yo, did you guys buy gold? Damn. What is Nasdaq? Nas. Okay, oh, choppy. Let's see. Chris, I just entered a 5-lot buy stop on gold. Entry at 2485.2. Stop loss at entry, yet my account is registering an 11k loss on a VF account. Bev, you're going to have to email that to support@vaultfunder.trade for they're going to need to liaise with Vault Markets then. Are you saying you break even but it's showing a loss? There she goes.
Yeah, there it is. That's it, guys. I'm actually out of that one already. Gotta be straight as Bev the assassin. Okay, thank you, Bev. That's my 2 bullets, guys. I'm done. I won't take it again.
Chad, no trade for me anywhere in this ranges. I just want to show you guys quickly what I'm looking at. Reason why I say no trade for me at this stage here is that we've had 2 rejections off this level. We've had 2 rejections off that level. We couldn't trade lower. We also pretty extended away from this 200. So if we can come closer to the neutral point, then we've got something to work with, either way, up or down. Monthly S1, weekly S1. So this becomes a tricky level. And then also EQ still untested up here. So for me at this stage, nothing here. DXY bouncing off the weekly pivot level. Nasdaq also pretty choppy with that news coming out initially and then bouncing off that 200 again there, seeing that hold there, previous daily low. So very, very interesting session here. Very interesting session. I think if you, I don't know. No, it's just too far away from that 200. 0.3, how far is that? 150, yeah, no. Bro, but real talk now.
Yeah.
Cracker yesterday telling us to sell, and I took 2 break-even buys, break-even sell.
Yeah.
Today the cracker told us to buy. You taking 2 sells. It's like we're fighting that cracker.
Nah, it's gonna turn around, bro. It's gonna turn around for us again.
What do you make of that number, Jolt?
I definitely think it's weak dollar. Gold, as I said to the guys, I definitely think gold's gonna go bullish after that. USD, USD is the tricky one for me. That one, at the end of the day, is Americans, US equities. Expected that one to go down as well, at least to show some type of damage with that. The fact it didn't is a bit of an interesting one for me. But yeah, that's pretty much all I can really say about that one. The indices side of it, I'm more shocked. Gold doing exactly as we expected, but indices, yeah, didn't see that one coming.
Yeah, dude, I can't see US30 holding up here. That's it's one of those days where the data and price is not lining up for me. So unless all of this was already priced in yesterday, we shouldn't actually be trading up here. That's the thing. We should definitely not be trading at these levels, Chad. That's a slowdown in the US economy, guys. That's directly what the labor market is telling us there. So as much as the guys were surprised with that bad NFP print last month, Jolts as well. Jolts is actually something that I'm going to add to our little spreadsheet. All right, Chad, I'm gonna, and if we can get a green candle here, rejecting this monthly S1 level, and we can get another candle that, okay, ideally wanted to close green. Okay, all right.
You just giving up there? You.
Okay, I can't take it like this. Chad, I want to physically see a little support being formed here. And then I want to see a retest and a break of that little support. Otherwise, there's still a lot of room to the downside, yeah. Similar to yesterday though, guys, if you are trying to sell this, just be very aware, because every time we've punched away from this level, look how quickly we came back to it. So just be careful selling this level. I know it looks enticing to sell, but the fact that we're coming back to it every single time, it means that buyers are very comfortable trading here. Alright, sellers aren't capitalizing here, and it could be a case where this could flip into a support. Again, it could be one of those times where bad news is good news in the case of the dollar being weaker. Okay, weaker dollar, that's going to prop equities, but for me going into NFP on Friday, I actually think you're going to see some repricing here. Let's actually check our Fed futures jumped here quickly. Alright, you see what I was mentioning, chat. They're gonna bring it very close to neutral. So expect a big NFP on Friday, guys. Expect a big NFP on Friday. Friday's gonna be the decider for what it's gonna be on September 18th. In basically two weeks time. Okay, let's check your chat. But you see what I mean, like one missed trade. What's the result? 2 losses afterwards. And that's what happened with us previously. We miss a trade.
Yeah.
And then we get into something else where yesterday, for instance, if we took the first trade, we would have been done early. Chad, that's why I say it's literally one decision can have a chain of effects afterwards. Not just about missing a trade or moving stops or whatever. There's a chain of events that can happen. Okay, Chad, let's see what it's gonna do.
But I'm sorry, bro. I must still go back to it because that actually really amazed me. That was poor from New Squawk, bro. If you think of it like a normal retail person, if you pay in for that service, that was poor, bro. Forex Factory got the number before they did.
I think it's something to do with the browser update, eh? I think it's something, I must chat to them. I think I have to chat to them because remember this thing is constantly feeding, so I don't know if there's a default time set to refresh the cache on it.
Yeah.
Oh. John, it's chalked up here, bro. You can't. Your dream has had an afternoon, Chris. Me and one of my friends trade together like you and Keeks do. Will this be a problem with him? No. Hi, Chris. What would you like to do? Wait, did I miss anything here? Hi, guys. What do you think of the VIX volatility index? I noticed when it went way up, everything sold off. Yeah, Peter Murray. So the VIX is used as a volatility index, but it's a forward guiding index. So the VIX measures the previous 28 days worth of volatility to give you volatility going forward. So the VIX is usually a measure. If it goes up, equities goes down. But again, it's a pretty lagging indicator. But when it's at extremes, you can expect periods of volatility. So you can go onto Investopedia to actually give you the exact formula. I think it's the CMTs actually they get taught the VIX. I think it's 28 days if I'm not mistaken. Let's actually quickly check here. I think it's 28 or 30. Let's check here quickly. Let's check here. Volatility, standard deviation. I know what this is. Wait. I think actually Liesel can tell us. Where is it? Volatility. Wait. I used to use it years ago. Wait. It's VIX Health. VIX Health using the live price of SK, which expired on the Friday. Options expired to be considered VIX in it. Options must have 23 and 70. What is the formula for the VIX? Calculate 30-day variance by interpolating the two variances depending on the time to expiration of each. Take the square root to get volatility as standard. Multiply the volatility by 100. The result is the VIX in the index value. Yeah, it's basically a measure of volatility. So usually when that spikes, it's when you get a spike on it. Eugene, it's not a issue trading together. The issue is guys trying to arbitrage accounts against one another. So that's the only time a prop firm will have an issue with it, is if you start arbitraging one another. Do you guys have a bit of a hit with US30? Keeks took one bite. And then the second one was just an appetizer. Okay, chat, get ready. I might take one here. All I'm waiting for is a minor break of structure here. If we get it, if we get a minor break of structure, I'm going to take a squeeze at it, and let's see. Let's check. Yes, dude, this makes it very, very interesting for the dollar. Does this affect your bias for Friday, Keeks? I think it reaffirms some points.
Yeah, I'd say it reaffirms, but I'm pretty sure that's about it.
Chris, will you recommend a beginner to trade the 1 minute chart? No. No. The only reason we've started trading US30 on the 1 minute is 5 minute candles are like 80 points. Our stop always was 30. It's 60 now, so within a 5 minute candle, your stop will be within that 5 minute. There's 120 points. So you want to try and get your trade as close to the level that you want to get it. Otherwise, your stop is not going to be sufficient. You can have the right idea, but your stop is just way too tight. Okay, Chad, let's see. Do you have your bias set for Friday?
Gonna go into like look at a few more things. So I'm not like 100% like done yet, but yeah. Keys, what do you do to shake off a bad day? Do you use the gym? Gym, bro, it's part of trading. You can't like take losses personal. It's part of it. And remember, we always say this to you guys. We don't have 100% win rate in that sense. You don't preach that in your strategy it's 100% win rate. If that was the case, Chris and myself would be millionaires. So you have to understand there is losses, prepare for the losses, take them on the chin and move forward. So yeah, it's cuck losing, but yeah, you can't take it personal.
No, Chad, there's nothing for me here. I've got no advantage point. Personally, for me, data coming out weaker, that's obviously going to pressure the economy. NFP is going to need to do something special on Friday, but the labor market is looking soft. Yesterday's pressure, yeah, I don't know. Like I said, this doesn't make sense to me. You could see something a little bit later where the market is just going to give up the gains it's trying to hold here today. But the data is not looking positive, Chad. Data is definitely not looking strong. But yeah, that factory orders is something that I think pumped it up a little bit. That's showing a little bit of demand on the manufacturing side. But and the amount of times we've tested this level now, the shorts for me is, yeah, it's not on. Yeah, Kicks, I'm not looking for anything. I'm not.
Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm also not really looking for anything now, bro. So for me, that's a session, bro.
I'll double check. Send you guys tomorrow morning. See if Jolts affected the numbers. Fubs, it's definitely gonna affect the numbers. I think yeah, send that through. It's definitely like we said. It's a surprise to the downsides. 2 and 10 year bonds bond yields uninverting marginally for the first time since 5th of August. Spread hasn't been positive since Q3. Government has reportedly abandoned plans for British ISA. Stocks lack direction as Jolts falls to lowest levels since January 2021. That's what I'm saying, Chad. It's weird that we're trading here. It's a bad number. It's a surprise. That's why I don't know. Maybe these guys were like us yesterday, hoping for a little biscuit. Maybe they get it, but yeah, bad number on Jolts. Fed Bostic says we must not maintain a restrictive policy stance or took long. I'm now giving equal attention to max employment objective as inflation. Fed is generally favorable. Soft landing for economy may be within reach. Most recent inflation reports bolster confidence. Inflation likely on sustainable path back to 2%. Price pressure are diminishing quickly and broadly. Labor market continues to weaken, but is not weak, bro. Okay, business contracts point to a loosening, but still broadly stable labor market. Wage growth pulling back to level more conducive to price stability. Chad, interesting one. Chad, but for me, yeah, I wanted to see something here. Not gonna take it. Yeah, I think some lessons learned here from us today, and we take it on the chin. We keep it moving. It stings. It's cuck. You miss your actual trade, which was the long session would have been done and dusted. Horns would have been blown. But it's the opposite end, and that's the hard reality of trading. There's going to be the ups and the downs. Give me and a friend trade on the same funded account, but different times. Victor S, no. No. That's actually you going against the Poppy Act, because you shouldn't actually have access to someone else's account. And then that gentleman who's trading your account should actually also have a Cat 2 license, because he's actually doing discretionary trading on someone else's account. So even if it's your friend, if you trade anyone else's money, you need a category 2 license. There needs to be a mandate in place. So absolutely not. It's not even that. It's just part of the Financial Services Act. Right, Kicks, full screen. What do you rate?
Yeah, guys, tough one. I think Chris has spoke about this before. He mentioned earlier how funny a session can go just because you missed the one action. So US study, we didn't take the trade we wanted to see, and we paid for it. Otherwise, as you said, we would have been smiling all laughter and stuff here today. But coming back, rather trying to take something from the news completely just going the other way. So yeah, some of you guys having W's today, unfortunately not on this side of this everything. But we're going to see what happens. We're going to bounce back. For me, gold, as I said, definitely I think there's 2500s on the tables now, so we're going to see gold trading bullish. But yeah, that's pretty much everything from my side. Chris, I don't know if you want to close up with anything.
Nah, Chad, I think as much as Keegan is looking sad and all of that, Chad, that's the real part of trading. That's why we keep it real and raw. It is we put a lot of effort into what we do. We put a lot of focus, and it stings. It's not like we're laughing here, we took a loss, this, that. No. So I think it shows you a little bit of how we do things and how we go about it. This is not a stream like Raja Banks laughing, I lost 50k on my B-Book broker, whatever. No. This is ultimately what we do. This is our life. So we put it on the line here every single day for you guys, and this is the beauty of what we do. We keep it real, raw, and transparent. We've said it so many times. We are just like every one of you. We also have emotions. We also have things that go on in our mind as we trade. And the only difference here is we do it live every day with you guys, and you guys get to see it. So that is part of it. We'll take it on the chin. You better believe we'll come back tomorrow morning stronger. The next week after that, we spoke about it this morning. Me and Keegan, those donkeys, like we're going to work at it. At one stage, that rock is going to crack. So
yeah, there you go, guys. So as always, take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace and love, Chad. Cheers.